Dun, 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 dun. Oh boy. Bum, 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 bum. Psh. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur chat. I was fired up for the Regal Imperiosaur video I just recorded. It's early, it's getting close to 3 in the morning. I mentioned I fell asleep and I was gonna do a stream, but I didn't. But I felt I'd record a video explaining about the sideboard there, because even if you're new, even if you're not, it does look quite a bit different, and I'm very excited for the further ruthless aggression. If you do happen to be brand new, I always play dinosaurs on Arena, best of 3 Explorer / Pioneer, the primer and all that stuff, linked to everything in the description. And of course, if you have a question, whenever here or the Discord, ask away and I'll certainly explain away. But yeah, oh my goodness, I forgot the dino to turn it on again, the little guy that sits on my head there. Okay, perfect, lovely stuff. Alright, this sideboard for me looks quite a bit different. Oftentimes I would have maybe the Tranquil Frill back. I want to hurt a graveyard strategy, take out some more artifacts, maybe a little bit of removal, although I do have the best removal in the game with this particular deck. It's the opponent's life total. You want to remove that, you want to win, you want to get them down to sometimes minus 20. Of course, with all that lovely aggression, and we're going to get that with Otepec Huntmaster, Marauding Raptor, very classic creatures right there, and Pugnacious Hammerskull. Now, will I keep Pugnacious in all the time? It's hard to say, but I can see myself using Marauding and Huntmaster. I've tried everything under the sun to help me against aggro, and that is what this particular sideboard is there for. I figure if I just go even faster with earlier bodies, I'll be able to buy myself enough time. The aggro opponent will run out of gas, and then I'm going to start dropping some of the bigger things where I was left open, because there is usually no early creatures here. Regal Imperiosaur, I mean. Where is it? Not that. There. Just costing 3. Starting off with that is going to help a little bit, but then if I add those other faster things from the side for game 2, oh, aggro, watch out. But other than Regal Imperiosaur, it's all about setting up a big, stable amount of mana. You hurt most decks other than aggro, so having those bodies buying time, oh my. You don't need something like Tyrranax Rex to beat aggro, that's for sure. You can trim this, have a cheaper creature. Pugnacious Hammerskull, I have to imagine, is going to help more than Tyrranax Rex. And Pugnacious Hammerskull still is a creature big enough to trigger Vaultborn Tyrant, which is going to stay in for that aggro matchup. Sometimes that's how I've won. They get me down to 5-3. You guys may have seen it live. And there you go. They ran out of gas. They can't punch through the Vaultborn Tyrant. I start to gain a bit of life, a little bit more, and all of a sudden they just scoop because they lost. They were just a little bit too slow. And I'm going to make it so they can't even do anything at all. Carnage Tyrant I might trim as well. It's probably going to be Tyrranax Rex and Carnage Tyrant to free up space for Marauding and Otepec Huntmaster. Pugnacious Hammerskull, possibly Ghalta, maybe Regisaur Alpha, but if I get to Ghalta levels of mana, it still would be a fantastic thing to do against aggro. I already have the other stuff to buy me time, and then I get to making 8, poof, and the opponent just evaporates. Their life total evaporates, or they just scoop when I drop this because they rage that they couldn't beat a dinosaur deck. Now, is this potentially the best way to combat aggro? Instead of a sweeper, instead of a couple pieces of single target removal? It's hard to say, but it is comforting for sure to stick to a plan of just creatures and have that maybe be the best way. Of course, a sweeper is hard to beat, but a lot of aggressive creatures, aggressive decks, some of those creatures can get above 3 toughness. Anger of the Gods, Brotherhood's End, Sweltering Suns, you name it. It would be nice to not have to dip into another color, maintaining only needing red or green. There's fantastic black base sweepers. Path of Peril is probably my top choice. 1 and 2 black to destroy all creatures with a mana value 2 or less. That's the I win aggro sweeper. But again, requiring 2 black really does change things up too much. It is very painful to see 2 black on turn 3. You have to see 2 black on turn 3. If you can't cast your sweeper on turn 3 against an aggressive deck, you're probably going to be losing, unfortunately. So now I just get to stick with red. I might need more sources of red. We'll see. Maybe one of the forests becomes a mountain. But keep in mind, the Sunken Citadel, I can choose that as red. If it's my first land, you know, I want to set up for Huntmaster. Maybe I have a forest and a Sunken. Boom. That's red. Come turn 2, I play the forest. Tepic Huntmaster. Turn 3, I play, let's say, Castle Garenbreak. Turn 3. With the Sunken for the red, I play Marauding, and then I play that new Regal Imperiosaur. Oh, that would be, that'd be pretty good. Of course, cost reduction is absolutely lovely stuff, and Huntmaster giving haste to Marauding after I played the Imperiosaur is just going to be absolutely nuts. It moves Marauding Raptor up to a 3/4. 3/4, yeah. And then +2/+0, 5/4. Swing with Marauding, have this the turn after on turn 4 there, to sometimes making 6 with the Sunken, the forest, the castle, any other land that enters untapped. I mean, I have a Huntmaster and a Marauding out. I could be playing Ghalta. It has a cost of 8, but with the reduction from Huntmaster and Marauding, with those 4 lands, with the 6 green from castle, play this play, everybody. Oh, man, the possibilities are absolutely endless, and I think the additional speed, and because the speed is bodies to potentially block and stop aggression from those super fast opponents, I think it could help in the right way. I think this could maybe be the best way to combat them. Aggro is going to get better. It's been bad for quite some time, but it's only going to get better. Absolutely. I'm going to stick to playing Dinosaurs. I mean, I've continued this long, and I'm looking forward to even more great dinosaur additions, although it's hard to beat Regal Imperiosaur there for sure. A very, very interesting sideboard. Again, I don't have to care too much about anything other than aggressive decks. If it's not super fast, there's a good chance I'm just going to beat it. So if I tweak things, a transformative sort of sideboard for aggro, it's going to work out. All right, I think we'll leave it there for now. I don't think I'm going to record a third video, but yeah, it worked out. Okay, peace. Have a good one, and take a big bite out of that like button. Oh, and see you next time.